Good afternoon once again. Today is Friday, April the 17th, 2020. So we have a relatively low number of new infection cases. We have recently seen that some have become more relaxed, in a more relaxed atmosphere, and there is more traffic because people have stopped working from home and returning to businesses. But as the spokesperson has reiterated, we have to remind you that although the number is low, at a two-digit number for new confirmed cases for the past week, we must not take this for granted. And we should remember that the low numbers is a result of the measures implemented in the past 2 weeks, and we must continue to keep our guard high, keep our guard up in order to maintain the effectiveness of all the measures put in place. We must continue to do this so until the number of cases decreases to zero and the number of those recover meet the number of the total cases of infections, recover meeting the infection cases. For the number of general situation, for the numbers I have is for today recorded is 28 new confirmed cases, making the accumulated total number of cases 2,700. The total number of recoveries or discharged is 1,689. You have the slide on screen for you. For number of fatalities, we have one new fatality, making the total number 47. The sole fatality we record for today is a case of a Thai national, a Thai who is a housewife, aged 85, who has diabetes and high blood pressure, as well as severe lung disease, and she had a history of close contacts with the previous confirmed cases. This individual was in Chumphon province and had to use a ventilator as well. So our sincere condolences to the family of the deceased. For the observation of the new cases, Bangkok remains to be the main location where the existing cases have been found in the highest number, followed by the neighboring provinces and other tourist provinces. And as it turns out, as averagely the age group of the new infection cases found each day is between 20 and 39 years old. But of course, this does not preclude the infection to other age groups because all of us at all age groups are, of course, at risk. There remains 9 provinces in Thailand that are still COVID-free. No COVID report of infection at all. 9 provinces in Thailand. While there are 27 provinces in Thailand that recorded no cases of infections in the past 14 days. So this is a good sign. Turning now to the World Health Organization's advice, the criteria set, as mentioned by the spokesperson, that during these times, the cancellation of lockdown in any country around the world might be a bit too early, because before that can happen, we must make sure that we can comply with the various measures announced as recommended by the World Health Organization. And I'll go through the 6 recommendations of the World Health Organization in this issue. First is that countries should have the ability to control the spread of the disease within the country. The second is the ability to holistically track and cure the disease in all cases. The third is the ability to maintain the low risk in high-risk areas, such as in nursing homes. The fourth is the ability to maintain preventive measures in places such as schools, offices, and in public spaces. Fifth is the ability to manage risk from those who travel inbound into the country. And sixth, finally, is that the communities should be informed, included, this is an issue of inclusiveness, and supported to live in a society that is affected by the pandemic. So these are the suggestions by the World Health Organization for countries around the world. And of course, it is our common resolve to solve this situation together. And of course, following the recommendation of the World Health Organization, this has a bearing actually on all countries, including Thailand as well. So it has a bearing on the discussion that we are having in terms of reopening of various establishments, various institutions, which might include barbers or hair salons or malls in the future. So this has a bearing on that discussion, which is still ongoing. The number of curfew, enforcement of curfew, we have to date the curfew breaches totaling around 929 and around 751 charged in legal cases. Most of the violations that we recorded is in the central region, with Chonburi topping the list now, followed by Nonthaburi province and Pathum Thani, Bangkok, Samut Sakhon, Samut Prakan, and Saraburi province. So this is just a reminder for the English language audience living in the various provinces to please comply with the measures announced. If you live in the provinces that I just mentioned with the highest number of violations to date, please be mindful and please remind your neighbors, your friends, your Thai friends, your family of the importance of complying with the curfew. Moving on to the issue of Thai national repatriation. Of course, the government is prepared to receive and facilitate the Thai nationals returning through repatriation flights from abroad. This is underway. Although there remains no commercial flights inbound into Thailand, but the repatriation flights are arranged on a special case and pre-arranged as informed earlier. This is, of course, to effectively manage the repatriation of inbound passengers by air. The number of scheduled repatriation flights in the coming days, there will be a number in the coming days. For example, you see in the slide today, the 17th, we have from Bangladesh, as well as a second flight of 132 Thai students in the AFS program, and other exchange programs who will arrive tonight via the Republic of Korea. And tomorrow as well, yes, on screen you have the one particularly arriving from repatriating Thai nationals from the United States, including Thai students. And on the other days, we have the 18th and 19th as well on screen, other flights of Thai students arriving tomorrow on the 18th with the number on screen. And all of them, of course, will be quarantined in the state quarantine process for 14 days. So, as mentioned yesterday, for Thais abroad, the embassies and consulates generals around the world have reached out to them on a daily basis in close contact. We have been keeping the Thai people around the world informed of the news, information, and updates, as well as providing moral support and any assistance and supplies as needed, organizing online meetings with the view of looking after their well-being. And of course, for Thai citizens abroad, the theme that we have is similar to the one that we apply in Thailand, which is Kon Thai Mai Ting Kan. We will not leave any Thai behind. Yes, on screen you have images now showing pictures of the staff and volunteers of the Royal Thai Embassy in Kuala Lumpur and consulates generals in Penang and Kota Baru preparing the essential packages, the care packages, supplies for 4,000 Thai nationals living in Malaysia. Yes, so just to top off with the general advice, as always, we'd like to ask for your continued cooperation, for you to maintain good hygiene and discipline. I mentioned in the first days of the press briefing that, of course, personal hygiene is an individual virtue. We need to remind you to continue to wash your hands often, wearing face masks, keeping physical and social distance in order to keep yourselves and your loved ones safe from COVID. We have, in addition today, some tips for you about how to wear a face mask properly. This is on screen. It's the infographic presented by the World Health Organization. To wash your hands before putting on the mask, make sure that the masks cover your nose and mouth. No gap between the face and mask. Avoid touching the mask while wearing it. If you do, wash your hands thoroughly and dispose of used and damp masks with new ones. Do not reuse the single type of single-use masks. So in concluding, since the number of cases are now lower in the past few days, the atmosphere, as I mentioned, has become a bit more relaxed. But we stress and reiterate once and again that we urge you not to be complacent and to continue taking the recommended preventive measures, as mentioned, to keep the number of new infections spread low and down. Of course, in this time of crisis, social and physical distancing is now of course, recommended and preferred way in proving your love to your loved ones as a social responsibility to yourself, your family, your loved one, your friends, and those in society. The online, be expressive online. And a bit in Thai, just in closing,ในช่วงวิกฤตนี้นะครับก็อยากจะให้รักษาระเบียบนะฮะรักษาระยะนะฮะในการพิสูจน์ความรักของทุกคนนะครับความรับผิดชอบที่คุณมีต่อตนเองและของสำหรับคุณที่คนรักสู่ครอบครัวแล้วก็สู่สังคมนะครับ So until next time, please express your love and care to your friends and family members and colleagues from a distance. ดังนั้นก็จนกว่าจะพบกันในครั้งหน้านะครับก็โปรดแสดงความรักอย่างห่างๆนะครับแล้วก็ขอให้ทุกท่านมีความสุขในช่วงวันสุดสัปดาห์ Thank you very much and please have a happy weekend สวัสดีครับ